What's up, everyone? Welcome to BTI. I'm Josh Matthews. That's Gia Miller, and we are just moments away from an all-new Impact Wrestling as we are on the march towards Slammiversary. Cannot wait for that. We've got Australia coming up, the Down Under
Down
Tour.
Under.
You got so many things happening here in Impact Wrestling. But before we get to everything happening in the future, we need to go back to last week.
Right. We have to go back to the main event from last week. It was all-star action, 5-on-5. Let's see all the craziness in all of its glory.
I will rule you!
Oh! Now Miguel into the cover, arrogant cover here, and Sabin able to escape.
I'm the king too!
Now look at this.
Oh, and look at this close-range knee strikes by Miguel. Shoots the half, here's the cover, and a bridge out by Sabin, but Miguel stays close.
Maintains control the entire time. Wrestling 101. Trey Miguel taking Sabin to school.
Impact is returning to center stage in Atlanta for Summer Sizzler on Friday, June 23rd and Saturday the 24th. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Oh, Sabin trying to stay defiant here, trying to stay in this contest. He desperately needs a tag at this point. Oh!
Oh, now Sabin trying to scramble towards his corner. And Kenny King ends that rally.
Does what he's got to do to maintain control. And that's a smart move there. Even simply putting his body in between Sabin and his corner.
Kenny King is failing himself here. Oh, and a shot right to the chest of Sabin.
And Chris Sabin's feeling Kenny King too, but not the fun way.
Oh. Boot right to the face. Oh, now Sabin taken off his feet by King.
That striking background by Kenny King into the cover.
You got the win. Oh, and it's broken up there by Shelley. And now Shelley trying to drag Sabin to his corner, and the official getting Shelley out of the ring.
That's why you can make the save, leave it there. Shelley should know the rules. He's the champ, being a champ.
He's trying to protect his friend and his tag team partner. Give me a break.
Now King lining up Sabin. Ooh.
Now King.
Look out!
Caught by Sabin with a tornado DDT.
King absolutely planted. The door is now open for Chris Sabin. Can the X Division champion get to his corner?
Critical moment for Chris Sabin. And a tag made to the brand new Impact World Champion, Alex Shelley.
And he's in there with one of the men he named earlier tonight, one of his former pupils who became a champion, Trey Miguel.
20 years of perseverance, of hard work. Alex Shelley finally won the big one out against all odds.
Oh, come on! Egregious! Jay Vidal!
Vidal earned that one for going after Sabin earlier on. Vidal's not even part of the matchup.
Exactly, he's not part of the matchup.
Exactly, Vidal deserved it for going after Sabin.
How dare you say that? Sabin.
Shelley thriving right now. He's got all the confidence in the world. And an uppercut there by Miguel.
Well, Shelley wouldn't have been spending all that time on the outside dealing with people not in the match. Trey Miguel may not have been able to cut him off like that.
Ridiculous.
No, come on.
That is the most elevation I've seen on an atomic drop. Here's the cover. Oh, look at this, turned around. Motor City stretch.
No, not like this. Miguel in a bad way. But Evans in to make the save.
Savannah Evans, leveled by Peraza.
And now,
God. Shaw. And now Trinity goes after Shaw.
Look out.
And Jay Vidal just decked Trinity. The official didn't see Vidal make contact. Vidal's not even legal. He's not even in the match.
Well, after what Shelley did, I can't quite blame him. Hey, look out here. Aldis got Vidal and gets rid of him.
But Aldis doing the right thing. And a super kick by Miguel. Neck breaker.
It is all breaking down here in the main event.
Kick right to the face. And Sabin dropped by Gene.
And now it's Shelley, the world champion, back into the fray, taking on Sheldon Gene here.
Oh, and now hit right in the back there. Kenny King didn't see King's involvement. Oh, and Gene hit with some incidental contact.
I was just about to say great teamwork here, but not so much.
Michinoku driver. Oh, now look at this, Shelley lining up. Super kick to Gene.
Aldis cleared the way, and now Shelley takes command.
Shell shock. Cover. The Impact World Champion Alex Shelley gets the win for his team.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, Trinity, Deanna Perrazzo, Nick Aldis, and the Motor City Machine Gun.
Oh, now look at this. It's Nick Aldis with the Impact World title in hand, showing his respect for the world champion, Alex Shelley. Oh, my God!
Oh, my God!
Oh, now Sabin into the ring, chasing after Aldis.
So much for the respect he mentioned earlier tonight, Tom.
Nick Aldis showing his true colors. The notorious Nick Aldis has finally stood up. And the machine gun era starts with a bang.
Well, what does this mean for tonight? What does this mean for Slammiversary? I don't know, but I can't wait to find out.
I mean, you had some heavy hitters, some main event players in that 10-person tag team match, and now you've got everything that's going to happen tonight. You've got Slammiversary right around the corner. So much going down here in Impact Wrestling. What is going to happen tonight? We can't wait to find out. Still to come, Nevaeh makes her much-anticipated return to Impact Wrestling to face Jody Threat. But up next, more highlights from Impact Wrestling from last week. Don't go anywhere. BTI continues right after this.
Welcome back to BTI, and we're jumping right back into the action. You don't even have to look at Josh Matthews' face. We've got to talk about how the night started off. It was Moose versus Rich Swann, two former world champions in this hard-hitting contest. Let's take a look back right now.
Moose just taking his time here on the outside of the ring. The official trying to get the action back inside the ropes. But Moose is really taking his time here with Swann. I talked about the familiarity between these two. Cycle back to Hard to Kill 2021. Swann at that point, was the Impact World Champion. He and Moose teamed up against Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. And it was immediately after a loss that Moose turned on Swann and challenged him for the world title.
Going back to what I said earlier, these two no strangers to one another. And now Swann, that well-timed duck, damaging the hand of Moose as he hit that steel post. And now Swann sees that, taking advantage. But how much damage has been done to the wrist and hand of Moose?
A knee right to the gut there to slow down Swann, but Moose, as you mentioned, favoring that right hand. So much of his offense, he loves to throw around smaller opponents. Shoulder first into the middle turnbuckle.
We're gonna maybe set up that spear, put Swann away, that spear that caused so much disarray and against all odds.
Kick to the head. And another one, and Swann starting to rally.
Whoa.
DDT, and down goes Moose.
Absolutely plants the wrestling god does Swann, and this is a huge opening for Rich.
Make an impact on your performance and well-being with the best-selling Test Booster, Test X9 from Legacy Sports Nutrition. Go to LegacySubs.com and use the code IMPACT for 20% off and level up with Legacy. Now Swann is going to the top turnbuckle. Moose trying to slow his ascent.
Grabbing at his feet, trying to stop Swann from going to the top rope here. Big chop from Moose, who tries to regain control on the top rope here.
Now Moose grabbing control of Rich Swann.
And look at that, the height of Moose. This is gonna be a long way to fall for Swann if Moose gets this, but it looks like Swann managing to fight off the wrestling god.
And down goes Moose. Swann creating a little bit of space. Moose is back up. Moose is back up.
Spoke too soon. Look at that superplex.
Freakish athleticism from Moose. Both men are down. Who's going to gain the advantage?
And again.
Shoulders down, and a kick out.
Almost a crucifix there.
Beautiful pump kick.
And look out!
Oh! Caught with a cutter!
Picture perfect timing from Rich Swann.
Moose stands back up and in with another cutter by Swann. Swann pouring it on.
2 for 1 there. Can this get it done?
Cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out. Look at this one more time. First Moose off the top turnbuckle and driven down with the cutter there by Swann. And then somehow Moose was back up to his feet moments later, just kept on moving forward, but Swann put him down again with another cutter.
But here's the thing, Tom, that was the biggest salvo that Swann has been able to fire off in this one, and it still wasn't enough to put Moose away. What's it gonna take?
And now Swann is going up top.
Swann, oh, maybe thinking 450 there.
Oh, and a discus clothesline. Moose back up to his feet. Thinking about a power bomb.
He got it.
Standing power bomb up to the leg. Swann gets the right shoulder up in time.
Just barely, though. Moose cannot believe it. But there wasn't a whole lot of life left in that kick out, if you ask me, Hannafin. I don't know how much is left in Rich Swann.
Swann is down, and Moose now in the face of the official.
He's insisted that that was a 3 count. Cannot believe that Swann would kick out. And now the wrestling god looking to line up Swann. We'll be looking for a repeat from what happened at Against All Odds here.
Moose lining up for the spear. Swann is in trouble, he's taking a lot of damage. While Moose charges in now with Swann into the cover, shoulders down. Swann pin Moose.
Here's your winner, Rich Swann.
By the skin of his teeth, Tom.
Swann found a way to endure and move forward here in Impact Wrestling. What a match between Swann and Moose.
Well, mark this one down as a victory for Rich Swann, but I have a feeling this one is far from over. With so much nonstop action and chaos that's always happening in the Impact Zone, it was a little shocking to see written words from Bully Ray, but it didn't stay verbal for very long.
I was on my way to become the #1 contender to Alex Shelley's World Championship. And then Scott D'Amore decided to cost me that victory. I wanted to represent all of my fans as the next world champion. But Scott D'Amore took that away from me, and he took that away from all of you. This is a copy of the letter that I sent to the higher-ups at Anthem demanding justice. I demand answers.
Well, if you want answers, there's only one man who can give them to you, and it's that man right there.
The president of Impact Wrestling, Scott D'Amore.
I'm out here, Bully, and I know I heard you saying you haven't got an answer. So here's an answer for you. You may not have heard, but I heard. And I did have to go to the Anthem board and stand in front of them and hear your ridiculous complaint read. And the Anthem board says that against all odds, my actions were unbecoming a president. So God, it makes me sick to have to say the next part. The board strongly advised that after my actions at Against All Odds, I should take a leave of absence as president. Bully, I got to agree with the Anthem Board's decision, because if I was still the president, I couldn't do this.
Oh! And D'Amore takes down Bully Ray!
What the hell? Scott D'Amore is going
wait a minute,
off.
there's the former Impact World Champion, Steve Macklin. Macklin and Bully Ray, who decimated Scott D'Amore at Under Siege.
Damn it, are we gonna get a repeat of what we saw at Under Siege? So help me God.
Oh, now Macklin, furious after losing the Impact World title to Alex Shelley, and against all odds, he said it Under Siege, and he likes the way Bully thinks. A common enemy for Bully and Macklin.
Tom, you said it that night, when these two get together, it's hell on earth. And we're seeing more of the same, damn it.
Come on, Scott. Scott.
Look at this 2-on-1.
Hey! How dare you? How dare you put your hands on me again?
Oh, what the hell? The hell they have in mind now?
Listen, Scott D'Amore's down. D'Amore is defenseless. Macklin and Bully Ray, armed to the teeth. Not this. Come on.
What the hell, Jesus?
To yourself, Scott.
Oh my God. It's PCO! And Macklin goes after PCO and Bully with the chair.
But PCO, he's not going down, Tom.
The
Oh!
French-Canadian Frankenstein. No! Down goes Bully.
Good!
All right, PCO levels Macklin. Now look at D'Amore with a kick to Macklin. Look at D'Amore go.
Hey, Bully, Macklin, I left out one little detail. Before I took my leave of absence, I had one last official duty. And with all respect to Santina Morella, it's been a long time since I made a match. So it's Slammiversary, Steve Macklin, Bully Ray against PCO and me!
Oh my God! Scott D'Amore in his hometown of Windsor, Ontario, teams up with PCO to face Bully Ray and Steve Macklin at Slammiversary.
A lot's up in the air right now, but one thing's for sure, it's going down at Slammiversary between Scott D'Amore and PCO versus Steve Macklin and Bully Ray.
Welcome back to BTI as we get ready for an all-new Impact Wrestling. And you know, Gio, what they say is if you can beat a team that is a champion or a person that's a champion in a match where the title's not on the line, then you earn yourself a future opportunity. It's almost like becoming a pseudo #1 contender.
Sure, yeah. You've certainly proven yourself. So let's see.
It's like all the stuff that you talk about Deonna Purrazzo when she's not around, all the trash that you talk. Oh, I can beat her. I've been training to be a wrestler. I'm the best. And, maybe she'll hear about that one day.
I think you're putting words in my mouth. I think you're putting words in my mouth. But let's get back to what's really important, and that was the tag team action that went down last week between Decay and ABC.
Ray, well, I am still reeling from what we heard before the commercial break. There's so much to unpack as
Oh
Ace
my
Austin
God.
is legal. Hold on a second. Scott D'Amore has taken a leave of absence as the president of Impact Wrestling. That is huge, seismic news. But then he broke the news at Slammiversary. Scott D'Amore is going to be in action with PCO against Bully Ray and Steve Macklin.
I mean, I'm sure as, oh my God, talk about tag team action. I'm sure Scott D'Amore did not want to do what he had to do. Wanted this to be a last resort, but he has reached his limit with Bully Ray and Macklin.
I still cannot believe that. It's been a while since Scott D'Amore was a full-time competitor, but for him to make his return to action in his hometown of Windsor, Ontario, on one of our biggest events of the year as we celebrate our anniversary, Slammiversary, that's going to be colossal.
And Tom, not to beat a dead horse.
Hold on a second. Here's a cover to pin one half of the tag champs in a kick out.
Over the last year, you know, I've been very critical of some of the decisions Scott D'Amore has made over the last year and a half or so, but damn it, and this one, good for him. After everything that's gone down, I've seen it firsthand, as you know, as everybody knows. So good for Scott for finally taking something into his own hands and dealing with it head on.
Kick to the face. We turn our attention back to the spectacular action in the ring. This is what Impact Wrestling is all about. And now Chris Bay legal into the matchup. A lot of questions in the tag team ranks after the good hands tried their hand, no pun intended. Subculture went after the tag titles at Under Siege. Oh! Myers said he and Moose could target ABC.
It's going to take quite a lot, though. The ABC bringing a whole new level to the tag team division. They bring the X division to, oh, good God!
And Steve fighting both Ace and Bay. The official was trying to get Black Taurus out of the ring. He didn't see the bites. Oh!
And he paid for his ravenous crime there.
On out, Taurus. Oh, over the top into the outside. Now Austin, a little helper there for Chris Bay. Moonsault, there goes Taurus.
Beautifully landing right on his feet is Chris Bay. And now, could it be looking to set it up here?
Here's the one.
Boom!
The art of finesse.
Here's the two.
The fold. The 1-2 sweep. And the ABC continue to roll.
Here are your winners, ABC!
ABC continuing to show why they are at the very top of the tag team division. And I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon.
Plenty of opportunity right now in the tag team division here in Impact Wrestling with so much ahead. The Australian Down Under tour for Impact Wrestling on June 30th and July 1st. And of course, Slammiversary in Windsor, Ontario on July 15th. The ABC with all the momentum this summer.
Absolutely an incredible tag team match on Impact Wrestling. I can't wait to see what's going to happen tonight. I cannot wait for Slammiversary.
Yeah, and to get everyone geared up for Slammiversary, we want to take you back to the main event of last year. It was Josh Alexander versus Eric Young at Slammiversary. Check it out.
Now he has his opportunity to tear this ring apart, expose the wooden beams underneath, and do the damage he really wants to do.
And Brian Ebner is still struggling with his vision right now, trying to right himself, and obviously trying to get Eric Young to reconsider this. I don't know if that's going to work.
Good luck. There is no negotiating with the leader of Violent by Design.
No. Going for the pile driver on the exposed one. Oh, not again.
Good God.
Cover for the Impact World title. No.
You have got to be kidding me. Take a look at this. The pile driver, the exposed wood, the head of the champion crackling off that.
Remember, Josh Alexander's career nearly ended due to a broken neck, a surgically repaired neck into the exposed wood.
And now beaten, bloodied, dropped onto that neck. And Eric Young is not done yet.
Hell no. Come on.
Good God.
Alexander finds a way out and up to the ankle.
Back into the ankle lock, an ingenious counter there to Eric Young. And now the ankle lock one more time, locked in the center of the ring.
Young battles his way out. The headgear's flying off. Alexander sits down Young.
strikes at the wound on his forehead, looking to set it up. The C4 spike!
Payback! Payback! The C4 spike! Josh Alexander is the future of Impact Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, and still Impact World Champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
Eric Young has been an indelible part of the past of this company, but you sometimes gotta kick down the door on your way to the future, and the walking weapon has done just that.
Take a look back at the conclusion of this matchup. Eric Young sat down by the Uranagi shades of Samoa Joe. It was channeling the 20 years of Impact Wrestling that fired up Josh Alexander, and then with the exposed wood, Eric Young paid for his own actions with the C4 spike from Josh Alexander. Tonight we celebrated 20 years of this company. Here's to the future of Impact Wrestling.
Josh Alexander retains the Impact World Championship, just one of the many victories he had as Impact World Champion.
It just reminds you how good Josh Alexander is, and we can't wait to see him come back here in Impact Wrestling. But we got plenty more coming up right here on BTI. Still to come, the Knockouts take center stage right here on BTI when Nevaeh faces Jody Threat. But up next, it's our social media top 5, clapback moment of the week, Iceman, Intel, and more. Don't go anywhere. BTI continues right after this. Welcome back to BTI, everyone. As you can see, I am alone once again. I now have it permanently put into my contract that I will not do a full show with Gia. She will be leaving. I don't care if she calls the match or not. She will be leaving for Segs 4 and Segs 5 forever. But with that being said, let's take a look back at what you guys were talking about, what Impact was talking about this past week on social media. We call it, the social media top 5.
And now, the social media top 5 moments on BTI. Number 5.
Summer Sizzlers heating up in Atlanta, Georgia as Leo Rush makes his return to Impact Wrestling.
Number 4.
Listen, I'm all about some 500 days of summer, but I am even more about 500 days of the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo.
Number 3.
It's going to be going down under because Steve Macklin gets his rematch for the Impact World Championship in Australia.
Number 2.
But that won't be the only championship opportunity happening because Giselle Shaw will be challenging for the Knockouts World Championship.
And at number 1.
And something that's been a long time coming, Scott D'Amore will be stepping back into the ring at Slammiversary.
So from the highs to the lows, the good to the bad, the pretty to the ugly, the clapback moment of the week. What did somebody say about somebody else that they didn't like very much? Here it is.
The clapback moment of the week is.
And the clapback moment of the week is me. I love that. But y'all are going to see me snap one day. And it's not going to be pretty.
All right, so what's going to happen in that situation? Maybe somebody was just blowing off some Twitter thumbs, or maybe it's the beginning or the end of a potential rivalry. You never know what the clapback moment could bring. You also never know what Iceman's going to say or where he is. Iceman, what do you got for us this week?
Welcome to Iceman's Intel. I'm George Iceman. Let's get into it. I'm in the office and I'm getting ready. It's the Down Under Tour. Impact Wrestling, June 30th and July 1st. 2 days of action with Impact Wrestling, and you have to be a part of it. You can order it on Fight today. Now, one thing I found very interesting is night 2, as the Motor City Machine Guns will have an opportunity for the tag team titles. Now, wait a minute. Alex Shelley is the current world champion. And of course, Chris Sabin is the X Division champion. If they are successful, if they are victorious, and they win, they will also be the tag team champions, and the Motor City Machine Guns will have all the gold. This has never been done. It'll be absolutely history in the making. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Impact Down Under, June 30th, July 1st, and don't forget to check us out on Access tonight.
The following
for Nevaeh, who we saw in the countdown to Against All Odds in competition against one half of the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, Kyle and King. You know Nevaeh quite well.
Oh, I know Nevaeh very well. Not only does she have the home state advantage, she has nearly 2 decades of experience on her side.
Oh, and you both reside in Dayton, so you're going to be unbiased in this one?
I'll do my best.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. She's going to have a work cut out for her. Nevaeh has plenty of experience here in professional wrestling, as well experienced in Impact Wrestling, but I doubt she's experienced anyone quite like Jody Threat.
Her opponent from Toronto, Canada, the Wild Child, Jody Threat.
Jody Threat so far is unbeaten here in Impact Wrestling. Her last outing on Access TV knocked off Dani Luna of Subculture.
Yeah, it was an incredible match, but it's always an incredible match when Jody Threat's in the ring.
Jody Threat has been on a tear. The Wild Child thrash with a dash of class. Can she handle Nevaeh? We're going to find out next here on BTI. And we are back here on Impact Wrestling BTI. This is Jody Threat versus Nevaeh. Thank you for joining us on Impact Plus YouTube and Facebook. Nevaeh getting a great response here in Columbus, Ohio from Dayton, Ohio. So it's got the home state support. She goes up against Jody Threat, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Jody Threat has been on fire, really, since she arrived here on the scene in Impact.
Yeah, she has. She's taken on many, many women, many knockouts, including Alicia, and she's gotten victories every single time, but this is going to be her toughest test to date, in my opinion.
Nevaeh gets to the bottom rope, and a lot of that is because of the experience, and this is nothing against the matchup between Dani Luna and Jody Threat, who we talked about before the break. I thought Dani Luna had a fantastic showing that night and is capable of some tremendous things, but Nevaeh just brings a level of experience that there's very few wrestlers that have that on their resume.
Yeah, absolutely. Dani Luna is an incredible performer, and there's no telling where she's going to go, but I got to tell you where Nevaeh has been. She was one of the very first tag team match. She was the inaugural tag team champion alongside Madison Rayne for Shimmer back in the day. Oh!
Trying to twist at the left leg here of Jody Threat. This is a position we really have not seen Jody Threat in very much in her time here in Impact. Down on her back and being manipulated in that sort of way. Back up to her feet. Threat's not going to allow that to happen too often.
And Tom, Nevaeh is not a stranger to the Knockouts division. She was a staple here in 2020, 2021. She and her tag team partner, Havoc, even went to the finals of the Knockouts tag team tournament to crown the reinstated tag team champions.
Know if Nevaeh exactly is going to recognize the version of Havoc. Havoc being the old self of Jessica, part of the Death Dolls with Courtney Rush.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see that interaction.
Now Nevaeh, backing Threat into the corner and a back elbow. Really, really smart. They're using the ring to her advantage to deliver offense. Threat out of the corner, trying to catch Nevaeh. Shoulders down, trying to put it away in a kick out by Nevaeh. Nevaeh whipped across the ring. Jody Threat. And delivering punches here on Nevaeh. Hold on. Oh, Nevaeh.
Smart move by the veteran.
Able to escape out of the corner.
Speaking of veterans, I almost forgot to mention that Nevaeh was one of Jody Threat's very first matches in professional wrestling.
Oh! Basement clothesline. Hold on. Going for a cover here on Threat and a kick out.
She wasn't successful in that match, but could you imagine how full circle it would be for Jody Threat to put away Nevaeh here tonight?
Everything comes back around in this business, in this sport. There's the cover. Face first into the canvas went Threat and a kick out. You can see the effects of this matchup on the face of Nevaeh. And talk about things coming back around. How about what's gone down with Bully Ray and Scott D'Amore for over the last, 6 months? Hell, this goes back years between these two. A lot of animosity. It's going to explode at Slammiversary.
Oh yeah, it's all gonna go down, and I'm gonna have a front row seat for it because I can't wait to watch Scott D'Amore beat up Bully Ray, because I know that that's what's gonna happen.
It'll be Scott D'Amore and PCO against Steve Macklin and Bully Ray in a tag team match, covered by Nevaeh and a kick out by Jody Threat. I still can't believe everything that transpired last week on Impact on Access TV. Scott D'Amore stating that he's taking a leave of absence as the president of Impact Wrestling. Listen, this is something that was causing a lot of rumors in Maple Leaf Square in Toronto about what the future of Scott D'Amore was going to be, what the future of our parent company, Anthem Sports and Entertainment, was going to look like, considering what Scott D'Amore did at Against All Odds.
So much is up in the air right now, but one thing that isn't is the intensity that Jody Threat is bringing to this match.
Threat trying to get Nevaeh up on her shoulders. Now Threat on the move. Oh, and a pump kick right to the head of Nevaeh. The wild child starting to feel good here in this matchup, starting to get into a groove. Double knees to the back. Seen this before. German suplex delivered by Threat.
Despite that wild child mentality, the intensity that Jody Threat brings. Oh.
And Nevaeh completely rolled out of the ring. Shortly thereafter, that's when Jody Threat likes to capitalize, has gone for some big moves after the fact, but Nevaeh, I believe, intentionally rolled out of the ring, trying to create a little bit of space. Savvy move by the veteran, but Threat is in pursuit, and now the veteran Nevaeh, and a big forearm shot to Threat. Now Threat had one cocked and ready to go there, and pursuing Nevaeh, now back into the ring.
See, this is this experience that I'm talking about. She knows how to bait someone into coming after her so that she can capitalize.
The official all over Nevaeh. She's got to be careful she doesn't get disqualified here. Has to the count of 5 to listen to the referee's decision. And a clothesline off the ropes by Threat. Threat, in pursuit, crashing into the corner. I think the two smashed heads together. And a clothesline by Nevaeh. Here's a cover. Look to the leg. Threat is still in the matchup.
Impact Zone seems to be behind Nevaeh all the way.
Threat's got to get back up in this matchup. Nevaeh, hold on, is trying to end this match. Shoulders down, Jody Threat nearly at Nevaeh. Well, knockouts back up to their feet. Threat was going for a double axe handle. Man, and a back elbow by Threat.
Oh, egad.
High impact there by Jody Threat. And now Jody Threat trying to find a way to put this match away. Big right by Nevaeh.
I'll tell you what, you don't want to be on the wrong end of those strikes.
And Threat. Big clotheslines here by Threat in the corner. Now the official trying to get Threat out of the corner. Continues the attack out over the top of the rope. And a big shot. Nevaeh is staggered right now. Jody Threat going up top.
She's looking to end this.
And Jody Threat off of the top. And now trying to set up Nevaeh. Look at the strength of Jody Threat. Is it time? Little spin here. Cover. The F-bomb gets the job done for Threat.
Here's your winner, Jody Threat.
Jody Threat remains unbeaten here in Impact Wrestling.
And what an incredible full circle moment for Jody Threat.
Nevaeh brought the competition tonight, but Threat remains your winner. For more on what's going down tonight on Access TV, let's check in with Josh Matthews.
What a great way to kick off BTI, a great way to kick off this Thursday night, folks. Can't wait to get to Atlanta. Can't wait to get to Windsor, Ontario for Slammiversary. Chicago's right around the corner. So many things happening here in Impact Wrestling. Don't forget you have Australia, the Down Under Tour. All the things going on here in Impact Wrestling. Multiverse United 2, for whom the bell tolls. It is the year, the summer of Impact Wrestling. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here on BTI. I'm Josh Matthews. Stay tuned, and all new Impact Wrestling starts right now.